Hello! So today we're going to think about area, and your mild video is thinking about the area of rectangles. Now this is a really good space to start because if you understand the area of rectangles really well, you can basically do all of the area work I've set for you this week. So getting your head around this bit is super important. Area means the amount of space inside the rectangle, or inside any shape. It's a good way of thinking about it. If this was a room, how much carpet would you need to buy to cover the floor? We're talking about covering the whole area. And we measure area in things like centimetres squared, or metres squared, or miles squared. It's important to have that squared bit in it because that tells you you're not just measuring along, you're measuring how many squares could fit in it as well. Now, if we're going to work out the area in a really basic way, we'd take one that's divided up into squares like this, and we'd just count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But what you might notice is that this is a bit like times tables. We've got one row of 5, 2 rows of 5, 3 rows of 5. So it's 5 times 3. So we take the length, which is 5, and we times it by the height, or sometimes called the depth, which is 1, 2, 3, which equals 15. So rather than always counting the squares, we can do it by multiplying. Let's try another one. This slightly bigger rectangle here. Along the top I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares. And down the side, the height, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So I'd work out the area of this rectangle by doing the length times the height. 7 times 4, which equals 28. Let's check by counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And that makes sense because we've got 1 lot of 7, 2 lots of 7, 3 lots of 7, 4 lots of 7. I'll take you through a couple more examples. This rectangle has 1, 2, 3 along the top and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 along the side. So we work out the area by doing 3 times 7, which equals 21, and we can check that by counting the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Last but not least, let's have a go at this really long, thin one. The width is only 1, and the height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, we do our width times our height. 1 times 10 equals 10. And that makes sense, doesn't it? Because inside this rectangle the area is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 squares. So, we've tried a few examples. Now let's think about how we write this down. We've got our rule, which is that we times the length by the height and that equals the area. Hopefully you can remember that. You times the length by the height times the length by the height, and that gives you area. Now, if your length is in centimetres and your height is in centimetres, your area will be in centimetres squared. if your length is in miles and your height is in miles, your area will be in miles squared. And these should always be the same. If they're not the same, it's a nonsense question. If it's in metres times metres, your answer will be in metres squared. When you're doing your worksheets, don't forget to include your measurements. It's really, really important. And if you don't include this little high up number 2, this squared symbol, it just says it's centimetres, which would be like saying this rectangle is 15 centimetres. But that doesn't make sense because that's a length, not an area. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. If you're feeling comfortable with that, go have a look at the next video, which is about triangles. See you soon. Bye bye.